It was my first time seeing pubes. It was full noise.
Muffs and everything. Wow.
The imagery of like a raw chicken comes to mind.
Opened a file on my brother's computer and it was just like very close up hardcore penetration, and I was like what is this? And I guess I exited immediately. It was hard to, like, I couldn't see people, so it could have been like a heart surgery, you know?
I don't know how young I was, but I would have been at my first house, so I would have been like younger than 8, but I unearthed these like vintage pornos that obviously my dad had put in there. And I'm not going to lie, I looked at them a few times.
We were at a family friend's house for a holiday and there was just a stack of magazines under the TV. And I was just like looking through all the magazines, seeing what they were. And there was one called Gike, Gike, which was girls on bikes. And then I looked through it and it was just naked girls on bikes. A full magazine. Gike. Isn't that the most disgusting word you've ever heard in your life?
I'm sure I've watched porn before this, but genuinely the first time I can remember watching porn was in a group watching a really famous porn called Pirates, which is like quite high production value of just a bunch of pirates fucking.
Oh, okay. So I go into my parents' room. I'm real bored. I find this VCR tape of Will Smith's Tomorrow, End of Tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, cool, Will Smith film. It's a blank cassette, didn't think too much of it. Backed it into my VCR, put it on, closed the door. It was not Will Smith. It was not Will Smith. I thought it was, oh, maybe Will Smith's coming in after the sex. You know, hey, I believe, I'm a child. I was like, okay, I'll wait for this plot twist. I'm watching different stories, and I'm watching porn. I'm watching porn. I'm watching 80s porn. Muffs and everything. Wow. I saw too much. I was like, forever horny.
I remember, this is how much of a GC my stepdad is. There's only one family computer with dial-up internet, so if you want to access it, you know, you're having to use a family computer. And I had no idea about temporary internet files or internet history. And I remember one time my stepdad, just God bless that man, he took me aside and he just quietly just showed me like the computer and just explained to me where temporary internet files are and just how to delete them. We both obviously knew what we were talking about, but that's all he said. You just go, just so you know, you go there and then you delete them. Very good. Off he went.
Porn was rife when I was growing up, but I really had nothing to do with it until I went round to my boyfriend's house. We're just hanging in his room and we walked out and all his mates are sitting in the living room watching porn and we walked past. And I just remember feeling so ashamed because I was on that screen. I was the object too, you know, in many ways. Yeah, felt very degraded and embarrassed, deeply embarrassed. It was they were watching me and I didn't want to be their object, so.
I think I heard people talking about it in year 7. And my primary school was quite sheltered, so I had no idea what they were talking about. I think I got like shown a video. I was in a multimedia class and I just remember being like, that's so gross. And what's happening? And also the imagery of like a raw chicken comes to mind. That's sort of what looking at the porn was like, bringing out raw chicken.
I was year 7. A girl from my primary school was like showing this video, you know, this like porn video. And I was like, why do people watch that? And I kind of watched it and I was like, oh my God, I was horrified. I think I was literally 15 when I realized, oh, like people watch porn for that reason. And then it got dark. No, I'm joking.